Well, it looks like I'm going to be stuck with those hearts for a while. I didn't have any viewers at first. So I started playing with the special effects. So, well, there we have the hearts. So, welcome to the people who have just joined me. And if you so choose, write a comments, say hello, say who you are, say where you're from. And if you would like a message from a loved one, I need to know their name and preferably when they died. And in the second half of the show, we will be doing readings from tarot. This is what happens when a little dog wants to learn tarot. I don't know if you can see that too well, but she went through a deck and a half of cards the other day. Oh, hey, Tanya, how are you, sweetie? So the dog, the puppy, just being a puppy, literally ate one of my cards out of a brand new deck. Did not make me real happy, but it's a puppy thing. Can't kill her for it exactly. She's just teething, I think. And I must have left my cards in a conveniently in puppy reach. Of course, I actually keep them in the bag. I am surprised that it was, because there's two decks in here. And I was kind of surprised that she could pick them up and carry them off. But she has twice. So now I have to, we have to like puppy proof even the dining room table now. So if you have a loved one on the other side, let me know. If you would like just a reading, let me know. I can, since Della is under the weather this evening and can't be here, it's just me and I can mix it up the way I like because now I'm in charge. Ooh. That should probably frighten a few people. The delay in your typing and me seeing it is obviously 10 seconds or more. So bear with me if you think I'm not answering it. It's because I haven't gotten it yet. Especially because I'm on the phone. I will let her know. Since I'm on my phone and filming and going live on Facebook, sometimes the scroll doesn't work as well as it should. Plus, I have a crappy phone. And I have 6 more months before I can trade it in and get a new one because I have to pay it off first. But I'm also exploring other options. So I don't know what to do yet about my phone. If anybody knows, I was thinking about a Google Pixel 3, which is only like $400 or $500, but it's like the Google flagship kind of phone at the moment. But I do not want, that's one of the problem with this one is I've accidentally bought a reconditioned one. I didn't realize it was used when I bought it. And never, ever, ever buy a used phone. That's advice from me, from just real life. Hey, Bertie, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that very much. Like I said, Della's under the weather tonight, so it's just me trying to answer your questions and getting in touch with the spirit. I know there's been some people over the past couple of days sort of hanging around the house, and someone has been out in the backyard because Della's keeps hearing them knock on the windows and stuff. And so it's been kind of odd a little bit around here. I'm hoping that you all are looking at, hi Rick, I hope that you all are looking at the, oh, you're not, the daily tarot card readings that I do. Really? Huh. Anyway, sorry, hi Bertie, I don't understand. Facebook, from what I understand, is rolling out some new rules and regulations, and it may affect notifications. It may affect the way we view each other. I'm not really sure yet. I've got a webinar on all the changes that Facebook is rolling out. I think that's tomorrow, I think. And so that may have something to do with it. I don't really know. I'm not overly tech savvy, as most of you have figured out by now. So does anyone have any questions, first off, about what we do, or what I do, how we do it, any other things that we might do, because we do a lot of things. We don't do just mediumship, which is what talking to our dearly beloved on the other side is, and we don't just do tarot cards or gypsy cards. We also, Della does automatic writing, and I do Akashic Records readings, which is kind of different, the same but different. Hi, Cheyenne. And so it's your Akashic Records are like the book of life and of your soul. It's the record of your soul's journey throughout all time. And excuse me. And people who know how to read those can tap into them and tap into your past lives that, hey Sarah, that are the most, where you brought the most of the problems forward from. And generally when we do a reading, it's 2 or 3 different lifetimes, because we tend to repeat patterns. Wow, I have no idea what happened to my throat just now. And it could be that there is I have been asking for information on the Arcturans, and hey Debbie, and been thinking, yes, Hilo. I was looking at Hilo earlier today. Gee, one or more of us must be psychic there. It's not a so, and I'm thinking that my asking for information may also be part of. I could quite possibly begin channeling sometime this year, which is kind of frightening to me. So I've got to do a lot of trust work before I do that. Frightening because I like to be in control of myself mostly. So, ooh, I forgot my book to write something down on. I may have to disturb Della after all. For those of you who don't know, Della's under the weather this evening and won't be joining me unless she starts feeling better, which I hope she does, because nobody likes a sicky poo Della. As you can see by the transom here over the door, it is still light outside because it's only 7:30 here. So does anyone have anything they want to ask? Does anyone have a loved one they want to try and get in touch with, or you just want me to do readings, which I'm happy to do that. I'm here for you guys. You tell me what you want to do. And remember, you're going to have to keep on with the scroll because I don't always see it. I see it sometimes when you come on to watch, but oops. But I don't always. If you're typing a question, just keep at it until I answer you, because God only knows what's actually happening, because I don't always get it. Hey, Mary Pat, welcome. So you tell me you want readings, okay? That is not a problem. So Tanya would like a 3-card. Well, actually, that didn't work, did it? Sometimes the cards don't want to shuffle. So Tanya asked for a reading first. So what we have is, for Tanya, is, whoa, the lighting is really horrible on this. We have balance, the 2 of coins, which is all about keeping life in balance. I guess that's going to work better. I don't know. Keeping life in balance between work and play and the spiritual and the everyday. And then we have the sun and a cat climbing on the table. Then we have the sun, which means a time of celebration because you've accomplished a great deal. So everybody is celebrating you. And if you really want to live, you will not get in there, Clarence. Stop. My cat was investigating. I will, Mary Pat. The cat was investigating Della's china cabinet. The last card for you, Tanya, is the Four of Pentacles. And that is about conserving your energy, conserving your resources. So while it is all about the balance between spending and saving, about celebration between you and the work, keeping it all in balance and conserving what you have, if that makes any sense. Okay, the next person who asked that was for Tanya. This next one is going to be for Mary Pat. Okay, Mary Pat, your first card is the Three of Wands. And that is about going, this is more of a card about business. And as you can tell, I have a ring light, can't you? This card is about business, and it is about moving out into the community, moving further out to obtain that business, getting new clients kind of thing. Building a business, but you can't do that at home. Then we have the Temperance card. Yep, Temperance. Temperance is about patience. It's about keeping one foot in spirit and one foot firmly on the ground. It's about honing your skills, your spiritual skills, honing yourself into being, so more card damage from the puppy, so that you can be the best person possible. And then your last card, Mary Pat, is the 10 of Wands. Stop taking on stuff that's not yours. You've taken on so many responsibilities that aren't yours, that they belong to other people, that you can no longer see where you're going. So your whole story is that go further afield, go make your plans for beyond now and have some patience with it, but don't take on more than you can possibly handle, because that will lead to stress. The next, I hope that makes sense, Mary Pat. The next reading will be for Birdie. And so far, those are the only three I see. Okay, Birdie, your first card is the Empress. Sorry, is the Empress. Claire. She is all about knowing that she is a powerful and creative force. She has whatever she wants at her fingertips. But this is also saying, oh, cut it out. This is the Three of Swords. It's cut it out. Stop it. Make sure that your heart is open. It's not open because you got the swords still stuck in there. So remove those swords so that you can function, so you can begin healing. And your final card is the Five of Wands, which is about contrast and conflict. And they are not bad things. Contrast brings things into focus. See my face? Contrast. bringing things in and out of focus so you can take a closer look at them. So conflict is not always a bad thing. So your whole story tonight is you've got all the power you want that you could ever need. You just don't realize it because your heart is not open enough right now to begin healing so that you can get to this point of where you can see clearly. I hope that makes sense, Birdie. Okay, Brenda, is there anyone here for Brenda? Did you have someone in mind, Brenda, specifically? Whatever that is, whoever that was, I can't. Oh, it was Katina. It started a watch party. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I was thinking about you heavily the other day, and I don't know why. So Brenda is there any? I'm not picking up anything for you, Brenda, right now. Um, uh, okay, that's kind of odd. I'm getting that you're going to get an extra gift for Mother's Day. That's what I'm hearing is that extra surprise for Mother's Day. So I have no idea what that is. Maybe I can elaborate later. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay. In the meantime, Katina wants a reading. Katina, your first card is the Nine of Coins, which is a woman of means who can take care of herself, that she doesn't need someone in her life to take care of anything for her. She's got it covered. Your second card is the Eight of Wands, which is Claire, about having everything that you need, having the resources coming rushing in at you, messages from the other side, messages from telephone company. I don't know who sends you messages, but these are usually messages from spirit. Oh, it could be. Oh, okay. I'm hearing we're trying to teach her something. And then we have the seven. Yes, the Seven of Cups, which is all about choices and knowing that you have choices, knowing that you do you know you have choices, maybe? I'm not sure that you do. The story for you this evening is don't worry about it. You've got it covered. If you don't, Spirit does, because you've got many choices to choose from, choices in your path's direction, choices in your boyfriends, choices in food, choices in careers, choices in anything you want. You've got choices, you just don't always see them, I would bet. I hope that makes sense for you. And for Brenda, for a reading for Brenda. You have the Six of Swords, which is, I'm fighting with my lights tonight. I think I need two of them. I need those actual professional lights. Anyway, the Six of Swords, which is the spiritual journey, travel across water. Okay. This is the Knight of Cups, and he's about questing and going forth and making sure that he's emotionally balanced, and he is also about forward movement. And then we have the Empress for you too, which is don't worry about it. You've got it covered. You're more powerful than you realize. You can create magic. And on her dress, excuse me a minute, the broken ones. On her dress, I have no idea what they are. They could be apples. Oh, that's a nice glare, isn't it? They could be apples. Beats me. I can't actually make out what they are. And that could be because all the lighting is coming at my face. So, um, your story would be, sorry, I had a squirrel moment. I'm thinking that you have a trip coming up. You have 2 travel cards right there in a row. And that it could be one of those, ooh, look, I get to go away for a couple of days. But don't worry about it. You got it. It's all covered for you. I hope that makes sense, Brenda. You're welcome, Mary Pat. Casey would like a reading, please. Yes, she bought tarot cards and wants to learn how to interpret them. Well, you know that I teach tarot, so all you have to do is we can Facebook or Messenger, video, whatever. Let's see. This is going to sound really strange, but I don't remember. Yes, I did. Okay, never mind. Okay, this... I'm losing it. Seriously losing it. I had a bout with a flare-up of a very, very painful inflammatory condition, and it put me in bed for 3 days. And I'm just not quite, physically, I'm not quite there just yet. So, Sarah, this was for Casey. Casey has the 4 of Swords, which is about resting and taking care of herself. We have the Knight of Wands, which is about using that creativity as you're moving forward on your quest. Things have been set in motion for you. You don't really have to do a whole lot. Just remember that with that fire and passion comes the possibility of having to defend yourself. So use that creativity. Use your creativity to defend and fend off those that would harm you, but remembering always to take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself first, you can't possibly take care of each other. Take care of anyone else either. So I hope that makes sense, Casey. I'm thinking, does this might have to do with school or something that you're learning? I'm not really sure. Stephen. Is Stephen here for Brenda? I'm thinking that he is, because someone came in and sat down at the table with me. Okay, he's the one that's saying you're going to get an extra special gift for Mother's Day. And it's quite possible that you will personally receive a message from Stephen or something along those lines, or something unusual will happen on or around Mother's Day. And that's kind of what he's telling me. Katina, is there anyone there for you? Even her old friend, Jamie Goat. Is Jamie here for Katina? Did she pass in a car accident? Because I'm kind of getting a lot of mangling, if that makes any sense. I'm hoping it does, because there's a little bit more on that, but I need you to answer that question first. And Sarah, yes, I already did for re. Oh, thank you. Oh, Brenda. Okay, with Stephen being killed the day before Mother's Day, or the Tuesday before Mother's Day, might actually make some sense. That's interesting. Thank you, Mary Pat. Yes, I do have two books out on Tarot. As a matter of fact, I just received notice today that I actually had some sales, so I was like really, really happy about that. Um, Brenda, didn't I do a reading for you? Katina's phone froze and she thinks that thinking does the Katina's phone froze. She said thank you, and yes, it does. Okay, cool. Okay. How is Della? Della is under the weather this evening. We don't know what's wrong with her, but she's just lackluster and tired. So we decided she should stay in bed. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, Brenda. Where I have no idea where you're going, but usually with the six swords, it is over water. That could be just mean you just travel on the bridge over something odd or a cruise. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Uh, what the hell? Okay, now you get for some reason or another a really good look at Della's. Okay, how do I get that back? Oh, here we go. That was Stella's China hutch that Clarence was trying to get into, which now I've got to move the table away from that. And I will let her know, and you let Della know that everybody's thinking about her, and you're welcome, Sarah. Is there anyone free, like Jamie Good, or Sarah Good, whatever? Um, yes, and that's all. We'll get together later, Katina. Who was killed by a tree? Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one, Katina. Oh, well, that's always possible, Brenda. They might call for a court date. Hey, Brenda, thank you for. Okay, Jamie is a guy and he was killed in a logging accident, which explains why he is mangled up here. It probably, I don't know, but he's messed up and he's still in pain. He's, I don't, I don't think Jamie knows he's dead. He just knows he's in a lot of pain. I'm going to move this back just a little because I want to lean forward and rest my back. Sorry about all the jiggling around. Um, Jamie doesn't know he's dead. He's in a lot of pain and he's kind of confused. So, Katina, if you could call on Jamie to come to you and send him off to the light, that would be really, really cool. I think I'll move the light back too. Here we go. All you have to do is just keep having them turn around until they find the light. But he's not, it's not that he isn't trusting me, he's just not familiar with me. He only knows that you and I are connected in some way and that he needs help. But I'm not the one to help him. Oops, wrong one. Oh, dang. I hate being dead on sometimes. Uh, okay. Does anybody have anything else? I mean, um, and yeah, it's, don't be surprised because he's not a pretty picture to look at right now because he's bloody and uh, he's mangled. His face is mangled, and some of his upper chest too. is mangled. And so we'll get together before the night's over. I know we'll be late there, but that's okay. Does anybody have anything else? Do they have any questions? Or I have no idea what time it is. It is 8:07. So like I said, right now I think the scroll is working well, but it doesn't always. So if you've asked and I haven't gotten to you, now's a good time to say, hey, what's going on? So yes, about the two books. I have just finished and published the Tarot for the Clueless, Volume 2, where destiny meets real life. And it's all about the minor arcana. And it is a good place to start from. But some personalized instruction is always a good thing. So if anybody wants, here I am. Katina, Queen of Swords. 9 of Cups. And the 10 of Wands. So essentially, you don't, with a love reading, you can cut through the crap. We've all reached like a certain age when, all that nonsense of courting and whatnot, just cut through it. Just get to the heart of the matter, because you've got quite a lot of accomplishment. You've got a lot of emotional stability going on, but sometimes you just take on too much. You take on too much responsibility. And that's not a good thing. You take on, that's what they're telling you. You take on too much of the other person in relationships. A lot of that, unfortunately, a lot of women will do that. They become more like the man in their relationship, and you don't need to do that. Nobody does, but particularly, just don't take them on. As far, I've even watched women take on their mannerisms and things like that. So that's a lot of that is being codependent as well, and so that's never a happy thing. I have no clue about my setup tonight. Why there isn't enough light as there should be. Why? I'm kind of clueless. Yes, Birdie, you can have a love reading too. Since it's early still. I don't know if you can hear or not, but I am shuffling. Okay, they're telling me to do that. All right, Birdie. Judgment, which is about rising above our past, rising above our mistakes and our foibles and all of the things that people would consider character flaws. Hey, Lucy, you're never late, sweetheart. You're always on time. Rising above what other people would say are character flaws. They're not character flaws. They are unique to you, and you should hang on to those for dear life. Unless, of course, it's killing somebody, in which case, don't. And then we have the three of Wands, which is if you want someone, you got to go out there and get him, because he's not going to come to you. And there's the Two of Wands, also same thing. Make your plans, Birdie. Make your plans, follow through, and get out there. You need to get out there. That's kind of hard to do in a small town, but get out there. I know that's hard to do right now, but I've been getting out every 3 days. Oh, good, Brenda. Thank you for that. I get out about every 3 days. I get stir crazy, and it's like, don't tell me to sit down, I will stand up. So, I put on my mask when I get to the store, take it off afterwards, and go about not being fearful. Go about my life as if it's all okay, because it is. Um, the best way we win over anything is to live our life every day as if it was the best day possible and that we were the best person possible, the best version of ourselves. That's the only way to really win. So there you go, Birdie. I don't know what that had to do with love other than get out there. Lucy, your reading is the world. You, girlfriend, are on top of it and you even know where you put it. Then we have, this card has come up an awful lot, the Three of Wands, which is about making your plans and going out into the world and getting what it is you want. Because there is absolutely no point whatsoever in hanging back and looking at all the stuff you don't have anymore, all the stuff that you think that you've lost. We never really lose things. They leave our life because we no longer need them. And it's a favor, especially when people do it. When people leave our lives, when friends leave our lives, when boyfriends, girlfriends, spouses, whatever, it's a favor. Because all it means is they're dragging you down and it's another opportunity for you to raise yourself up. So, Lucy, I don't know precisely what all that means other than you've got the world in your hand and you know what you're doing. Just go get it. Stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it. It's not important. I hope that makes sense, Lucy. And I hope that everybody is having an awesome time during this quarantine time. Perfect opportunity to get our closets cleaned out spiritually and physically. It's a perfect opportunity to make ourselves into a better person. I did not take the opportunity to lose weight, but that's okay. The gyms will be open up again shortly. I got lazy and popcorn is way too handy. So, is there anybody else who would like a reading or like a question answered or anything? If I don't get to it, you're going to have to say so because the scroll may or may not have stopped working. Oh, and Birdie, did you go ask for a notification on my Facebook page or Della's Facebook page? Because Della is under the weather. We are not broadcasting on her page tonight. We're only broadcasting on mine. So that may make a difference. I don't really know. It's just something I have to think of. Well, don't worry about it because you got it covered. It's okay. For one, you're too cute to fail, and two, you're a very, very smart lady, so don't worry about it. I give you a thumbs up. Tanya had a dream about her little puppy that passed away. She was in front seat. Aw, that's sweet. My gut instinct is that your fur baby that passed away is probably trying to tell you she's not gone. She's just not in a position where you can see her, but she's still there with you. So when I die, I want to come back as one of your babies. Okay, I'm losing the thread of the conversation with Birdie, but you'll check again with what? I'm not sure. So that's my gut instinct, or that's what my spidey sense is telling me, is that your fur baby hasn't gone anywhere yet. They're still hanging around with you. So that says to me, you're an awesome person for one, and your fur baby was quite happy with you. And Oh, well, I still give you a thumbs up, sweetie. I was thinking it was like a work test or something to see how smart you were. Uh, and you know, you can always call me, sweetheart, if you need to. But I understand it's, but considering we had the don't worry about it card, I'd still say don't worry about it. But I will check in with you a little bit later. And yes, Tanya, I agree. My vet at one point told me that she wanted to come back as one of, oh, that, okay, got it. That, thanks, Birdie, that she wanted to come back as one of my pets because they were so pampered. I'm like, okay, but I'd rather have you as a vet. Of course, that's also the same vet hospital that's my nearly killed one of my mom's cats. So, needless to say, we didn't go there again. Aren't you a little old to be pregnant, Lucy? Sorry. That was my first thought that popped in the head when you said that. Sorry, I get that. That's just what popped into my head. And actually, Lucy, I'm trying to pull it down from the top so I can see what time it is. I can't see for some reason or another. Uh, I don't know, Lucy. All I can tell you is that it's nothing you need to worry about. Positive or negative, you don't need to worry about it. So, does anybody else have anything? Or something they want to elaborate on, Lucy? Or yes, I know, Lucy. Sorry. I mean, I don't actually know how. Yes, I say I didn't know how old you were, but I was thinking, so you're a little older to be having a child. So, and on my next birthday, I will be 63, so we're right up there together ish. So it's 8:20 here. So we got about 10, thank you, Birdie. So we got about 10 minutes. If anybody has anything else, I'm still shuffling away. I'm sorry, I get the weirdest notifications come through here. Somebody just sent me a friend request. So it's like, I'll get to that later. Ah, I just got it. Kittens Heaven. Okay. I wondered what that was. Going, I will, I can't do it right now, Sarah, but I will accept her friend request when I get off here. Simply because I can't do anything and be live at the same time. I can barely even talk and be live, so I'm hoping that everyone is weathering this Birdie. Actually, there was earlier Birdie, but sometimes if you don't, they were here. They came in with someone else, and sometimes you can lose track, and sometimes you don't say anything unless they ask, and unless you ask. So yes, the gentleman who likes to have Thanksgiving dinner has shown up, and he said, "Where's my ham?" I think he's done that before. That's it. Oh, sorry. Joints, knee joints. Oh, look, it's gotten dark out. I think he's. Are you forgetting to invite him to dinner or something? I'm not overly understanding of why he's saying, "Where's my ham?" And I think he's done that to me before. Like, "Where's my ham?" I'm thinking it's the same guy for you. He's the same guy who likes to have Thanksgiving dinner at your house. Apparently, he liked the way you cook. And I think in some ways he's just messing with me, going, if that makes any sense. So there you have it, Bertie. He has stopped in to say hi. And where's his ham? Might want to say, you know what? Just go get him a ham steak and put it in the freezer and just cut little pieces off at a time. And every time you have a meal, set out that little, just a little piece for him to have a taste of the ham. And then when you're done eating, toss it out back for the animals. You may find that some bits of ham are missing when you do that. So, but he would like that. Just continuously invite him. I don't understand, Bertie. I really don't. There's very little in life I actually understand. So, I have a new cup. It's really cool. One of my trips to Walmart. I'm not sensing anyone else. I still don't know who that dude in the backyard was. But there's been someone in the backyard for a couple of nights. The dogs have been yapping at him and stuff. And I've been sort of like, because we leave the sliding glass door open mostly so the dogs and cats can come and go. So we don't have to get up and let them out, get up, let them in, get them up, let them out, get up, let them in, get them up, let them out. You know, the story. If you have animals, you know that story. So, last call for anybody who wants anything or a question asked. Yeah, are you saying that is your deceased husband who liked the ham? Or you're wanting to know, can I talk with J.C. Combs? Wait a minute, Brenda. When in May? Because my birthday's May 16th. Which basically means I'm just a year older than you. Which is cool. So hopefully Bertie heard me about elaborating a little bit on Okay, Bertie, I asked you two questions. Which one was it? Um, okay, so the person who liked ham was JC Combs. So go for that. He's apparently still hanging around. Um, can I talk to him? Is it possible, thank you, Bertie, to talk with um, J.C. Combs for Bertie? Um, I'm not getting anything specific at all. Well, anybody can cook a ham steak. All you gotta do is put it in the frying pan. Um, and yes, everybody can boil water. Wow, all the really cool people were born in May, apparently. So I'm not getting Bertie anything specifically from him other than just a general, hey, how you doing? It's okay kind of thing. That's about it. Nothing specific. Where did that come from? There's a new item in the china cabinet. Don't remember seeing it before. Which means Della may have hit an estate sale before the quarantine hit. Does that make any sense, Bertie? And I'm sorry, I know it was kind of disappointing, a little bit of a message, but um, it's not always clear because their language is different than ours, and they have to come down in vibration and we have to go up in vibration, and it can sometimes be very um, a lot of room for error. So, unless anybody, you're welcome, sweetheart. Unless anybody has anything else, I am going to say I love you all. I appreciate you all very much. And I will, Della and I, hopefully Della will be back next week because nobody likes it when Della is sick. And thank you for supporting me and Della. Thank you for being here. Good. I'm glad, Bertie. Thank you for being here for us because we do. The world, I think we got sideways. We do this for you. We do this to practice, to stay in practice, and so that we can just be better. And it's because of you that helps us be better. So thank you very much, all of you. And thank you, Sarah. You all have an absolutely incredible, incredible week and weekend. If you need us, you know how to get in touch with us. Love you all. Good night.